put it right. I put it. Yeah.
My brother.
Hey, shalom. So, what was your question? What was your questions? You had a question about religion and this and that.
I asked you a question about the DNA, about how did you know that you was Israel, and you said something about if you feel the slave trade or the slavery that you're a child of Israel. Which one? I didn't say that was part of religion just because of you feel. I mean, we have a lot of different people that's done been in slavery, but just besides African Americans.
Name me a people that's been in slavery besides African Americans, because there's more than just African Americans that's Israelites. You got the Jamaicans,
Absolutely,
the
we know that.
Haitians, the Puerto
We have
Ricans.
Asian. That's right. I understand all of that, my brother. If
So
you go
who's
on my
another group
page,
that was in slavery that you're talking about?
if you go on my page, my brother, what was my great grandmother? She was Irish, and she came through the Irish slave trade with the African Americans as well.
Did she lose
So
her
when
homeland?
yeah,
Because
she lost
the Bible said.
everything. I'm just listen, my brother. Listen. Just listen 1 second while I'm speaking.
Go ahead.
I just tell you, my great grandmother was Irish. She came from Ireland with the slave trade of the African Americans with the African American slave trade.
No, she didn't.
So what I'm trying to tell you
No,
is
she
just
didn't.
more. That's why it's not called the African American just slave trade. That's why it's called the slave
Okay.
trade.
Tell me
The Atlantic
this
slave
thing.
trade itself. So
Yeah.
when you talk about the Atlantic slave
But
trade,
the
it wasn't just
Israelites,
African
all the
Americans.
Israelites went into slavery, not just a few of them.
That's
So did
understandable.
all the Irish go into slavery, or just a few of them?
Majority of all Irish went into slavery.
So how would they
That's
still in
why they don't
Ireland?
have a. That's if you pay attention to this days, most of them don't even have a status too. But that's another story. But this is what I'm saying, though.
But brother, that's not qualify them to be Israelites. The scripture
Okay, but
say
this
the
what I'm
Israel.
saying. This what I'm saying, brother. I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not
Okay,
saying
but you're
that they
bringing them up
was
like they are
Israelites.
Israelites.
No, I'm not. No, I did not. I said they're not. I said African Americans ain't the only people that went into slavery at the time of slavery. Irish people did too,
No,
my brother.
they
That's all I'm
didn't, brother.
saying.
No, they
Okay,
didn't.
we have. Okay, listen
No,
what I'm
they
saying.
didn't.
I'm not trying to debate it.
Name me the
I have
Irish
paperwork. I'm not.
slave master names.
Listen what I'm saying. I'm not trying to debate that, my brother.
Okay,
It's not a
I'm
debate. I'm
saying you
not
brought
calling
it.
to
I asked you the
debate you.
question. You brought it out. I'm just asking it for any type of proof.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to tell you is go do some research, and if you
I
find
already
it, you
done the
find it. If
research.
you
I'm asking you a question that's concerning it.
what I just told you, I said go back and look up the African American
Okay,
slave trade and why
if they
it's
were
all of that. But
slaves,
I'm
why do
beyond
they
the
have
slave
Irish
trade.
names?
That's what I'm saying, my brother. I'm beyond the slave trade.
Brother, if they were slaves, why do they have Irish last names and not their slave masters' last
Most
names?
of them do have their slave master last names. You have
No.
to do the research, my brother. Listen.
Well, you
I'm not
lying.
trying to go back and forth.
You
Listen, my
lying.
brother. I'm not trying to
Name me a
go.
slave master
Boaz.
name that the Irish have.
Boaz is one name.
Huh?
They were Irish people. The Boaz people is Irish people. Some
So they're not
Boaz
slavery.
people with the last name was Boaz was Irish people that with red hair. So
And
when I'm
who's their
trying
slave
to,
master's name?
brother, didn't you just hear what I'm saying, brother?
You
I'm not
said
trying to go back
Boaz.
and
Is
forth
them
with.
white
Listen
people?
what I'm saying. Listen what
Is
I'm
Boaz
saying,
white
brother.
people?
I'm not trying to go back and forth about the slave trade. Okay, that's what you
Brother,
want to stay on that. Do you want to stay on that topic? Or do we want to move forward?
brother.
What topic do we want
Okay.
to stay on?
You
Just
got
the
to
Atlantic
understand
slave
some
trade?
principles first, because you made a claim that other nations went into slavery. And I'm
I said other
showing
nations
you
went into
that,
slavery besides African Americans,
listen,
besides those who are doing.
listen. If you're a white person and you working for another white person, that's not slavery, bro. If an Irish person came over here and worked for an English or British
Okay, but
person, that's not
my question
slavery.
is to
That's the
you. My
same group of
question is to
people.
you. But listen, how did you know your ancestors came from slavery?
We know the history. I know the history. I know the
Okay,
history of my whole family.
who was your great granddaddy that came off the slave boat?
He was in a slave plantation called the
No,
Thurmans.
not the slave plantation,
Yeah.
my brother. He came off a slave boat. See, it's a boat
I
that
don't know the
everybody
name of
came
the
off
boat.
of.
That's proving
Okay,
that he
so
was
if you
in
don't know
slavery.
the name of the boat, you
No,
you mean to tell me
that he was
your
in
people can be
slavery.
an aboriginal.
No, that's proof
So
that
the
he's in
aboriginal
slavery.
was in slavery, wasn't he?
Listen,
Didn't
if you don't
they get
have,
into slavery?
hold on.
I'm in the
If you
land
don't
of
have,
the Cherokees.
when you're a slave,
Didn't they get in? Didn't they get
because
into
you
the
don't understand
slavery?
slavery. You're trying to make excuses for other races.
Brother,
If you're a
I'm not trying to
slave,
make excuses.
you
I'm trying to see how you an Israelite.
because of
You told me because of
slavery.
slavery. You said your
Yes.
people came from the plantation. I ain't never left the plantation. I'm still here on the plantation.
So that's proof. So what you cut yourself?
in Georgia, still here on the plantation where most of the Cherokees came from, my brother. I know
You
all of
just cut
our
yourself.
history.
You
But the
just cut
thing is, I'm
yourself.
trying to get you
Trying to
to
say I'm
ask
not a
you,
slave
how
or
did
I
you
wasn't
know you're
enslaved.
an
My family
Israelite?
wasn't
You said
enslaved.
because you came from the plantation. Well, most of
That's
my
where the
people that
slaves
came
came
from the
from.
plantation is
Brother, the
aboriginals.
plantations are where they had slavery. So if we
Brother,
come from
you
a
can't teach me
plantation,
slavery.
that's your proof you was a slave.
Brother.
Unless you was the slave master on the plantation,
No,
you
because
just
some
cut
people that
yourself.
listen what you're saying, brother.
This guy
This is
is
just
saying
not,
some
I'm
off the
telling you.
wall stuff. That's too much. That's too much.
Listen what I'm saying, brother. I asked you a question. How do you know you're an Israelite? You say you came from slavery. A lot of people say they came from slavery. Aboriginals came from slavery, but that don't mean they Israelites.
You talking about Indians, Native Indians?
No, I'm talking about the African people that was here before Indians. Indians ain't nothing but a made-up name by the government.
That would be Israelites.
No, they was Africans. There are two different nationality of
What you don't
people.
understand,
One come from the
African
lineage
is
of
not a
Shem,
group
and
of
the other
people.
ones come from the lineage of Ham.
Listen.
So which lineage you come from?
There's no group of people called Africans.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, it is. He was the son of Canaan. He was the son of Canaan.
Nigerian, Congolese,
Brother, go back and do your
Ethiopian,
history. He was the
Somalian,
son of
or you an
Canaan.
Israelite.
Africanus
Or
was the
you an
son of
Israelite.
Canaan.
Or you an Israelite.
Brother,
There is no African nation. There's
yes,
no nation called Africa.
Why? Yes, it is.
No, there isn't. They have a name.
Why?
If you put me, a person who live in Africa, in one of them countries, they have a name.
Okay.
And it's not African.
Okay.
So if you call yourself, I'm an African Aborigine, you saying you don't have a
name?
No,
I'm an Israelite. Okay. If you go on my page
I know,
and
but
you
you
see that I've been to Israel, you see that I've been to Israel, you see that I keep my feast days in Israel, you see that I do everything in Israel, my brother. Look at my page.
Brought up African Aborigines. I'm just dealing with that point for a second.
Well, African
Aboriginals,
they are African Aborigines, but you might not know that history, or you might not believe that history. If you read my text, I said we all had differences in beliefs.
There's no nation called Aborigine Nation.
Okay, they went into slavery.
I know, so that's proof they're Israelites.
They went into slavery. No, they wasn't all Israelites, my brother. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. Everybody who went into slavery wasn't all Israelites. Someone was African, my brother. I'm sorry to say that, my brother. They come from the lineage of Ham, from Canaan, the son of Canaan. What was Africanist? So if you go back and look it up, my brother, you will see that. I'm giving you the dialogue of how you can find how they came up with Africans.
Listen, they have a name over there. Call them by their names. They're not Africans. They have a name of a nation. They're Congolese, they're Sudanese, they're Ethiopian.
Different nations, yeah. You're right. They're different countries within that one continent. You're right about that. I didn't say that they're not.
That's not their name. They have a name.
But listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. My conclusion with you, brother, is not about those people. My conclusion with you is how did you know that you're an Israelite? You said through slavery. Well, I'm saying that's all a part of religion to me. Because if you know anything about Israelites, and if you know anything, but hold on, I'm speaking.
Okay, that means you wait.
You called me in on your group, bro. I was speaking on your live or whatever. You called me in, so let me speak. I'm gonna let you speak, my brother.
You have to listen.
I'm not gonna go back and forth for a debate with you, my brother, about the relationship.
You just a student.
Go ahead. Let me let you talk, my brother. Go ahead.
Make no sense. You said
okay, but
in slavery, but they came over here working for white people, and they're white.
Okay.
So how is that's not? So technically, that's not slavery.
So when we came over here, did we come over here working for white people?
We worked for white people.
Okay, so they did the same thing. They came over here working for white people. The Aboriginals came. That when the white people came here, didn't them niggas work for the white people? So what you saying makes plenty of sense of the same thing I'm saying. We saying it in different phrases, my brother. But anyway, I'm beyond that. What I'm saying is this right here. For you to say that you're an Israelite, this what's fixing to come through the government, is that you're gonna have to prove that by blood. Now you can prove it by faith. You can prove it by faith.
Who else
that you are of the church?
Who else had to prove
but when you say that you are, this is what I'm saying. It's gonna have to be.
You've made a statement. Let's deal with it.
Okay.
Who else had to prove their nationality through blood?
Every nation.
So the Congolese, man from Congo, had to come over here and give a blood DNA test to show that he's from damn Congo.
No, he already done it over there in Congo. He has what he called
Where?
his original history.
Middle of
He
the
has his
jungle, huh?
history.
He did it in
He
the middle
has
of the
his
jungle.
history.
So if that,
See, when you talk about somebody in Congo and American
listen,
people, that's two different nationality of people.
listen.
Hold
If
on, my brother. Those two different
over here
nationality of
and do
people.
a blood test,
Those people in Congo over there have all of their history. Their history have not been lost. They haven't never left their homeland.
what? How do you know that?
I'm telling you.
Okay.
It's a fact. Go
So
look it
they
up.
don't have to do DNA.
Most people in
Okay.
Africa never lost their history. It's been there ever since the beginning of time.
To prove that with DNA in blood.
But I'm telling you, DNA and blood separates us from them. That's why they say Africa stands for Israel.
Listen,
And the Israelites that's in America, they don't call themselves Israelites. They call themselves Africans, brother.
Listen.
Let me ask you a question, because I'm not going to go back and forth. Have you left America?
Hold on, you don't understand.
Have you ever left
Hold on.
America to go to the UN?
Hold on.
Have you left America to go to Africa? Have you left America to go to Israel? I'm just asking you these
I need
questions.
to break something down for you.
No, I'm asking you a question. I don't need nothing broken down, brother.
Right. If the guy from Congo come over here.
No, I'm asking you a question. Have you left the country?
Quiet. If the guy from Congo come over here and say, I'm from Congo, and they say, yo, you don't have to do no DNA test. He could really be lying and be from damn Djibouti, or be from Ethiopia or Kenya. So if he don't have to do a DNA test to prove where he's from, then the black man don't have to do a DNA test to prove where he's from.
Well, I'm going to tell you, when the time do come, it's going to be a DNA test that's going to be given to each and every brother who claimed to be an Israelite. So my question was, the thing is, again, like I asked you, have you left America? Have you been to Africa, and have you been to Israel?
Who told you that was going to happen in the future?
No, brother, I'm asking you a question.
No, but you made a statement. So
I'm asking you a question, brother. Is that hard to answer me? Have you been to Africa, or have you been to Israel?
Made a statement.
I did.
You said,
and I'm asking you a question. Have you been to Africa? I can make a statement. My statement is if you believe it or not. I don't have to prove it. It's not a proof. This is a way to see if it comes to existence.
Believe it or not, I just said, who told you that was going to happen?
I did.
Nobody told you that was going to happen?
No, nobody told me it's not going to happen. I told myself.
So what the hell are we talking about?
I'm asking you a question, brother. I asked you a question, and you still can't answer me. Have you left Africa? Have you been to Africa, or have you been to Israel?
I am Israel.
No,
Israel is the people.
I'm talking about, have you been to the countries or them places? Have you left America?
I left America, yeah.
Okay, where did you go when you left America?
I've been left America. What's your point?
No, I'm saying, have you ever been to Africa?
I done left America. What's your point?
But I'm asking you, have you been to Africa?
What's your point? I could have been to Africa.
My point is, have you been to these places that you're saying that you represent and that you're speaking on behalf of?
I've been to Africa and I've been to Israel. Yes. Yes. Let's just go with yes. What's your point now?
No. It's not let's go with something. It's something to call honesty. Now you're being deceptive and deceiving, my brother. Why you be manipulative? It's just a question, my brother. It's just, have you or have you not?
I refuse to answer. So what's your point?
Okay, so if you refuse to answer, brother, we don't need to go any further with this conversation. You just gave me my answer that I need to know. When you said test the spirit by the spirit, I tested your spirit. I just asked you, have you left been to these countries? You said you don't want to answer this question. That's something easy to answer, my brother. This right here, the conversation is dead. Because I've been to these countries and I don't sup with a lot of these people.
You saying if you ain't been to Israel in the land and been to Africa, you can't talk about it. Like there ain't no such thing as books.
No, I'm asking you because see, I done spoke with a lot of people in high places. I done spoke with a lot of people in high places, so that let me know your knowledge coming from only somebody that you done heard here in America.
Just because you go stand in a country don't mean,
bruh, I went to seek knowledge. Brother. Something that you didn't do. You just getting it from somebody you're getting it from somebody whose ass you kissing right now.
What are you talking
about? So you getting your knowledge from somebody whose ass you kissing.
On the stream, and then you made it like it's a fact.
No, it is. No, I did. I just told you what I said, my brother.
They test with the government to say you Israel. I said, who told you that? You said, I just made it up.
No, I just said I told myself.
Oh, that means you made it up.
But it's not made up. DNA is a fact. Only thing you gotta do is search, my brother.
Happened. You're the one who made it. You're the one saying it.
Okay, but listen.
You made it up.
I'm not trying to go back and forth with a debate or argument with you, my brother. I'm Israel. You say you Israel. I say prove it.
Now you don't know the Bible. You don't know Israel. Guess what? If you've been through slavery, you know what the Bible is talking about.
Listen, all y'all different brothers in all these different camps of religion. I look at y'all as religion, brother, just like the Christianity brothers in different religions.
Going to Africa.
That's what I'm saying. So when you do, listen what I'm saying, my
You can
brother. I don't think I asked y'all to do was stand with us for reparations,
go.
man. I'm not
This
trying
is
to go
what I'm
back and forth with your
saying, though.
knowledge
What I'm
that you
saying,
don't believe and
you
that you do
doping from
believe.
question to question, but you're not listening. Have you been to hell?
Brother, brother.
Have you been?
Did I just hear what I just said, brother?
Have you
I'm
been?
not trying to go debate. I'm not trying to debate about
You were
your
saying
knowledge. I'm not trying to debate
just
your
yes,
knowledge.
no.
You're right on your knowledge.
It's
What you believe for you
yes
is
or
right.
no. Have you been
Bruh,
there? Because that's where the
brother. Did you just
Israelites
hear what I just said? Look at my
they
pages,
are not.
all the places that I've
The
been. It's there.
Israelites are in captivity. They're in Mexico.
Brother,
They're in South
brother.
America.
I
They're in
didn't say they
Puerto
wasn't.
Rico.
I didn't
That's
say they
where you
wasn't. I didn't say
go.
they
Do
wasn't,
you
brother. I didn't say
understand
brothers
where you
wasn't
should be
scattered
going?
across the four corners of the earth, my brother. I
That's
didn't never say they wasn't.
that's where you should be going. Not
No, no,
Africa,
listen what
not
I'm saying.
Israel. You should be
Listen,
going to where the Israelites are at because the Israelites are more important. The Bible says
listen what I'm saying. I
Israel,
went to where the Most High
listen,
sent me.
the land of
Listen what I'm
Israel,
saying,
the Bible says,
brother.
will be
I
trampled
went to where the Most
down
High sent me.
until the time
Look at my
of the
page.
Gentiles
Look at my
be
page. And
fulfilled.
listen, stop
So
trying
it's
to debate
none
with
but Gentiles
knowledge.
over
You's
there,
a, you's a young brother to me, and I respect you, brother.
brother.
Calm down. I
Brother,
understand you on your high horse of pride and arrogance. Calm
it's
down, my
not
brother. I understand that you done learned a lot of
weak.
stuff from
It's
your
not
people.
about pride and
It
arrogance. It's about order.
is
The
because
only
you won't even
brother
let me get a breath in.
in order. That's your
Okay,
problem.
then
If you understand
go ahead, bro.
order, you would just ask your question, get your answer, and that'll be it.
I'm not
But you want
asking
to
a
over something
question.
like that ain't right because
My
y'all into slavery.
You come to want to
No,
debate me about
because you
my
got
knowledge, and I already said we already
making
have
up
difference
stuff.
in knowledges.
Oh, difference. You have no knowledge because you're making up stuff.
Okay, brother, but what I'm trying to get you to see, brother, that don't matter. I'm trying to ask you to stand for reparation to repatriation. You think that you Israel? Okay, stand for reparation for all your people.
We're
If you think you Israel, stand for everybody that's
not begging
called Israel for
for
reparation and
reparation.
repatriation. Do like Moses did and go and stand in front of Pharaoh then.
We're not.
Cause y'all niggas talking, y'all got signs on the back of y'all that say
Are you gonna
cowards.
finish?
Don't that say
Gonna
coward on the
say
back of y'all sign?
we're not begging
No,
no
do
for no reparation.
that say cowards on the back of y'all sign back there? Do that? This was that what it say cowards?
You got to read the whole thing before you speak, brother.
No, no, no. I'm asking you a question. Do it say
Read it.
cowards?
Read it. It say no cowards.
No cowards. So if it's no cowards, then why y'all ain't standing in front of Pharaoh like Moses?
What is that going to accomplish, brother?
No, I didn't ask you what did it accomplish Moses, nigga. See, if
Uh,
y'all want to talk about Bible, let's talk about Bible. What did it accomplish Moses?
it didn't accomplish Moses much. What accomplished
I can't
Moses?
tell. Moses got through. Moses got free from
What made
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh
So
give up
when
to
you
him?
say something, see now
Listen.
how you said y'all
Hold on.
brothers be
Hold on.
talking manipulation and deception.
Hold
Y'all
on.
niggas want niggas to
Oh,
follow y'all,
old man.
but y'all ain't following no
Oh,
Bible,
nothing,
bro.
no
Come
light.
on with that
Listen for a
bullshit.
sec. Listen for a sec.
Y'all
Moses.
want to talk
Pharaoh.
about, but y'all boys ain't
Oh,
coming with no Bible,
that's
boy.
what you just said. Pharaoh didn't release the Israelites because Moses stood there. Pharaoh released the Israelites because the plagues that God brought on
So
Pharaoh,
why you
and
ain't standing
ultimately
in
killed his
Pharaoh to call on the blood
Israelites.
of fat
Quiet,
plagues then?
quiet,
However you
quiet
looked at it, he was in front of Pharaoh, bro.
statement. You speaking? You not got no discipline.
Bro,
You got
listen, man, you
my statement.
speaking something that I know wholeheartedly,
You
man.
don't got
This shit is in me, not in a book, bro.
older brother discipline. Let me finish this quick statement. When Moses standing in front of Pharaoh didn't accomplish anything, because Pharaoh said, "I'm not going to listen to you. Get out." You know what made Pharaoh bow down was God brought the plagues. Same thing that God is doing to America. He's bringing the plagues and ultimately World War III. Now you can go to your next point. All right. Like I said, he ain't had no discipline. Like if you want to go from point to point to point and talk about something, let's go from point to point to point and talk about something. But don't throw out 10 points and then try to just keep going and going and going. Like, oh, you don't know this, the Pharaoh did that. And then let's go to here to that. That's doting. You just doting about from question to question to question to question. You're never trying to seek no truth, never knowing any answer to any of the questions you're asking. You know, you just ask a question, give me 10 seconds, 30 seconds to answer it. And then you say, okay, since you answered it that way, you know, if you got a rebuttal, say your rebuttal. Or ask another question. Oh, I don't know why I kicked you off. I didn't kick you off. You can jump back on. Okay.
Bro,
So
that sound That sounds very intellectual. I'm not throwing nothing. Now, I kept telling you, brother, I don't want to debate you about what you believe and what I don't believe, or what you know and what you don't know, brother. I'm just saying, if you say you're an Israelite, then prove it by your DNA. Get a Y haplogroup DNA test and see if you're an Israelite. If you say you're
Okay,
an Israelite, let's prove it.
I'm gonna
Let's
answer you.
prove it by science. You believe in science, don't you?
No,
You get up, you
not
crank up your car, you drive your car to work, you do all these things, which you say that you
now.
know, you free man. You,
Let
you,
me
you got your own corporation. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're an Israelite, prove
yeah,
it by blood DNA.
question. You said
Huh?
go get our DNA tested, and then we'll know for sure. I guess something now since we've
Yeah,
been to
I
this.
said get a DNA test.
So let
It's
me
like if you have a child by a woman and you say that's not your child, you would get a DNA test, wouldn't you?
let me answer you. Now, the original Israelites, that group from the Bible, is the group that's in contention. So there is no
Here we go with
the
this.
original the original DNA that they would go with. That is what's in contention. There's no DNA they will match against unless they pull them bodies out over there in the graves in Jerusalem, which they refuse to do.
They already
Unless,
done that, brother.
hold
Go back and do your research. Go
hold
back and
hold
do
on.
your
Stop talking.
research, brother. See, I was with the brothers who done
Hold
that.
on. Unless they pull the bodies out and leave it open for the public to study.
Okay.
Not only their labs. They cannot
Okay.
only tell their only lab and say this is what it is. They have to bring the
Okay.
bodies out and then allow the world to study the bodies.
Well, they done that,
On
brother.
with clear transparency, that's the only way we can actually get into the DNA argument. Otherwise,
Good brother.
there's no
Can I say
proof
this? Can I say this, brother? They done that.
because
That's
if
why I
they
keep.
know,
How old are you, my brother? If you mind me asking,
because this hold on, because I
brother. How
brought
old are you?
up
Mind
not
me
long
asking.
ago of the Smithsonian where the people who the archaeologists were complaining because they were not allowed to release their findings. Study
No, no, no. Go back to the pharaohs, brother. When they pulled up
it.
the pharaohs of Egypt.
We ain't talking about pharaohs. We talking about
Why
Israelites.
you can't talk about the pharaohs? Because Moses was a pharaoh. He got a bloodline that
We're
came
not
through the
saying
pharaohs.
pharaohs. We're saying we're Israelites. So you got to go to Israel and Jerusalem and dig up the bodies
That's what
and
I
show
just
those
told
bodies.
you, brother. That's if they dig up the bodies in Jerusalem, in Israel, and if they did DNA in the Y haplogroup of all these brothers and all these other brothers that
Never
come from
digged up the
Egypt,
bodies
and those that
public
was
study
that
yet.
was brother, look it up. I'm telling you, it's
Already
there.
looked it up.
I done went
They've
across the
dug up.
world to find
They
this.
never
That's the only thing I'm
dug
saying.
up.
I went across the world to find it.
So you telling me they dug up King David's grave and put it out on display?
Brother, they dug up the Pharaoh's
I'm
graves.
not talking about
The,
pharaohs.
listen what I'm telling you.
That
They
DNA
have the bones
will
of those
not
people
help this
that they're not going
argument.
to dis. Can I finish?
I'm
Can I
just
finish?
letting you know that DNA of a pharaoh will not help what's the
Why
discrepancy
come
of today.
why come the DNA of a Pharaoh can't and Moses come from and the Moses come from well
What? Moses was not a pharaoh. Moses was not an Egyptian.
I know he wasn't, but where did he come
So
from?
getting an
Did he
Egyptian's
did he
DNA
grow
ain't gonna
up with the
tell you.
Pharaohs and then the Pharaohs out? Didn't he you saying that Moses never became he was never looked upon the Pharaoh and everybody in the world looks upon all the teachings of Moses?
We're talking about the DNA of the pharaohs. There is no.
Oh man.
Listen,
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 brother, I understand what you're saying. I'm not trying to go back and forth with you on database on what you
hold
don't know and what
on,
I do know.
hold on, because I hope you understand this.
No, I don't.
The DNA of
It's
the
not about I
pharaoh,
hope. What I hope I
the
understand is what I already know,
DNA of the
brother.
pharaohs is different than the DNA of the Israelites. So
How?
show me the DNA of the pharaohs will not prove the DNA of the Israelites. Okay.
Okay, the DNA of the pharaohs got it's two different DNAs of the pharaohs. Two different DNAs of pharaohs.
Listen
One
to what I
is
said. All
R1B
the
DNA, and the
pharaohs.
other one
I
is
don't care if
E1.
this is Upper Egypt, Lower Egypt,
Can I
Pharaoh.
finish? You
That's
won't. I
different.
mean, brother, you won't let me finish. Every time I'm about to say something, you want to interrupt me, brother. And I'm not trying to interrupt you. I'm trying to let you speak,
Go ahead.
brother.
Go ahead. I'll let you speak. Go ahead.
So when you look up the pharaohs, most of them gonna come up with an E. But some of those pharaohs, maybe two, is gonna come up oral. So when you look up these Y haplogroup DNA, they're telling you a group of people of a bloodline of section of nations of men. Okay, so what I'm saying is that if you haven't left America to go seek out this knowledge, or either try to ask some of the elders of Israel about this knowledge, then you know that's a different story. But I'm not trying to debate you on the knowledge, you know, my brother.
You had to say, because now you're going into some crime.
Because see, listen what I'm saying. You're gonna be right. I'm gonna be right.
Now let me respond. Because my teacher has been over there to Israel and has been to Egypt and has studied it all.
And
my
I know
teacher has.
Your teacher. Your teacher know of us. Your teacher know of us. The U organization. He know of us. The Israelite Organization of Unity. He knows of us, my brother.
Let me finish. He's brought back all that information already. Now, no matter what Pharaoh they studied, there was never an Israelite that was Pharaoh. So all the Pharaohs, even if they find with different DNA or whatever, none of them were ever Israelites. So it would not help.
Okay, that's your belief. But do y'all have a problem with standing for your people for
when did they make
reparations?
The Pharaoh?
Brother, do y'all have a problem with standing for your people for reparations? Do y'all have a problem with standing for your people for repatriation?
Okay, I'll answer it for you. The Israelite School of UPK does not believe we will ever receive any sort of reparation as far as like a big payment for slavery. They already passed a law that said it'll be illegal. It'll be unconstitutional. Now, if they do, hold on, let me finish. If they do give out money, guess what? The Israelites are going to take it all. No matter if it's reparation.
Okay, you say that they passed a law that they wasn't going to do it.
No matter if it's loan money, I don't care if it's a school bus money. Israelites are going to take everything from this kingdom.
Facts. So the question is what I'm saying again.
You ain't getting high, brother.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I just walked in and sounded like my people were just cooking. If you felt when you were telling me to hold on, you heard some sizzling in the background. We over here cooking, my brother.
It seemed right unto a man. It seemed right for you